Hi guys, it's reaction time. But before we get onto this amazing reaction, I want to say thank you to Skull and Crossbones for sending me this brilliant evil looking t-shirt. They've got an album coming out called Sungazer on the 8th of September on Massacre Records. They've got a few songs out as well. I also, which I keep forgetting to say, got this, an amazing guitar pick. Look at that, amazing stuff. Thank you so much to the band for doing that for me. Right, okay, let's get onto this reaction. This is Ronnie Atkins, of course, the legendary Ronnie Atkins from Pretty Maids. Another solo album. This guy is knocking out some amazing music. He's a legend. He is an absolute legend. I've spoken about Ronnie's health before, but man, I mean, he's just really making the most of everything, every second. And sometimes when, you know, that health scare goes, you know, into people like it has with Ronnie, and obviously it has, he's thought, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I love the most and make the most the rest of the time that I've got, like we all should, no matter what. So I love the fact that he's just bringing out album after album after album. I do want a Pretty Maids album though, by the way, Ronnie. I do want a new Pretty Maids album. Please work on that for me as well. But in the meantime, this is the next best thing in it. So Ronnie Atkins, this is called Trinity. It's from the album Trinity. I haven't got the date under the video, but I know the date's been released, but I can't remember when it was. So Ronnie does obviously the lead and backing vocals. His partner in crime, Chris Laney from Pretty Maids on guitars and keys. Pontus Egberg on the bass. Alan Sorensen on the drums. Marcus Sunderson on the guitars. And Linnea Wikström Egg on the backing vocals. On Frontiers, of course, this release coming out a bit later this year. This is Ronnie Atkins. Is this one of those guaranteed good songs? Is this one of those reactions that I know at the end I'm going to say it's good because it's Ronnie Atkins? More than likely, because I've said that about every Ronnie Atkins song because he's so fucking good. This is Ronnie Atkins and Trinity. Here we go. Song after song, album after album, catchy as hell. It really is. It's just one after the other. He can write some amazing songs, man. This is as catchy as you can get. It really is. Really got that cool sort of, you know, European feel that Pretty Maids had. You know, they were amazing back on the scene. And when I first heard Pretty Maids, which was right from the beginning, Red Hot and Heavy album. And, you know, they've always had, they were sort of a bit different back then because of the American scene, you know, and the LA scene, and almost Pretty Maids stood out to me as one of the best bands because of that, their sound, that European sound that they've got. Well, they're going to be, they're European, aren't they? Or Ronnie Atkins is for sure. So yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, he sounds amazing as well. His voice just sounds like it did way back then. It just doesn't sound any different. I always thought that, I remember when I was younger, because it ain't like now, is it? Like, you know, you've got Google and internet and all that, and you know everything about everyone, don't you? You know, back then it was not so clear when you knew musicians, you know, who's in the band, not really sure, you know what I mean, until you got the album. You didn't really know. It was, you had to look it up. I always thought when I first heard the band, I thought they had two singers, because Ronnie's got such a cool soft vocal, and then when he gets a bit more aggressive, it sounds like a different singer. I love both sides of it, and I always thought, is it two? Have they got two singers? It's just, but then you realise as he's singing that line, and he sort of does this really cool thing where he goes out of the softer into the more aggressive in one go. And I think back then it clicked. I was thinking, he's the same singer. But I love that about his vocals. He's got them two sides to him. He can sing that really like cool soft tone he's got, and then that aggressive tone he's got when he gets, you know, it's not screaming or shouting or extreme or anything, obviously, but it's a more aggressive tone. And I love the fact that he can do that with his vocals. It makes him stand out. It really does. This song is just ultra catchy, man. It's a bit gallopy. I can hear some great galloping riffs there from Chris Laney. A great, like, thunderous bass line. Very tight. The musicianship on this is just top notch, man. And it's so, the main thing is what Ronnie's always going for, Ronnie Atkins, and you know, if he doesn't go for it, he's just lucky every time, is the melody. It's just there in your head, isn't it? Don't know the words yet. It's just there. Already, it's there. They are, you know, he writes some of the most catchiest songs you can ever hear. Amazing stuff. And what an inspiration to anyone this guy is, Ronnie Atkins. He really is. He's just an amazing talent. But apart from that, what an amazing guy to, you know, and he seems like a really nice guy. He's actually messaged me back a few times, and I think, wow, the person that I, you know, growing up listening to Pretty Maids and thinking how outstanding they are as a 15, 16-year-old kid, and now you get a message from Ronnie Atkins, you're like, what happened? What happened there then? It's just amazing stuff. Man, I love him. He is absolutely amazing. Let's listen to the rest of this, guys. Hopefully Chris Laney's gonna, you know, give us a great guitar solo. I'm sure he will. He's an amazing musician as well. Here we go for the rest. Just amazing stuff. No solo. Just a surprise, that's all, but it's cool. It's all cool. Just a really cool sort of guitar melody with the synths, I believe, just going over that. Just, it's about the song, man. It's not always about the solo because, you know, I'm a song person first, but if I get to hear a great solo, we'll comment on that. But it's so cool that, you know, I think that shows some, you know, invention. It's not sticking with a formulaic solo, which is all cool. It was all about the song anyway. What an amazing song. That's actually the first song off the album. So what a way to start that album. A brilliant, brilliant song. Amazing stuff. So catchy. That's from the album Trinity, from Ronnie Atkins, coming out a little bit later this year on Frontiers. Check it out, guys. I'm sure I'll be doing a review, I'm sure. Let me know, guys, in the comments below what you think of that song. I'll see you soon.